People who married their high school sweethearts and are still happily married today. What is your secret to the longevity of your relationship? Never hiding behind fake words. If we have a problem, we talk about it. Married 25 years. Recognize that you're both going to change over time, and enjoy that journey together. Communication. Truly, this has probably been mentioned before, but you can't have a true, strong relationship without communication. If someone hurt your feelings, tell them. If they have a grievance with something you've done, listen to them. Take them seriously. Don't just brush their concerns off because you don't agree with it. And #X200B. Relationships are a lot of hard work. My husband and I've been together 18 years, and married 12, and it hasn't all been roses. We've gone through some horrible times where both of us have had nearly been to a breaking point. I think what helped us is when we both stopped trying to be right and proving the other wrong. Being buddies, changing interests and lifestyles together as we got older. When arguing, never saying below belt or hurtful cutting arguments. Those comments that you can never take back and will sting forever. I'm his biggest fan and he is mine. We don't tell lies, ever. We have a date night 3 times a month. No phones or electronics. It isn't 50-50. It's 100% always. He's my best friend. We have quite a bit in common but maintain our separate hobbies. It took a while for us to learn how to, but we figured out how to effectively communicate when we have arguments. We learned how to express when the other has done something that hurts one of us and work through it. Relationships aren't all just love and butterflies. It can be boring. It can be hard. You're going to spend a lot of time together and they're going to be the person who knows the most about you and all your secrets, habits, and quirks. Edit. As someone else mentioned, you go from kids to full-grown adults. As my father imparted upon me, people constantly change. Make sure you change together. Been with mine for 8 years now. Best thing is communicating. Early in the relationship I wouldn't communicate my feelings. Being as men with feelings were weak. This almost ruined it altogether. I began opening up more over time, and now I've gotten to the point where I'll keep the conversation going when I feel my wife is holding back. Now I don't really hold back feelings. I speak my mind openly. I also share my feelings with my daughter because I want her to know as a young woman that having feelings are okay and she can always share with me what's going on in her life. Hopefully by planting that seed early on, we will have a good open father-daughter relationship in the future. Married 25 years next year. Don't expect them to change. Remember, they are the only family you ever get to pick, and you pick them, not some version of them you hope they could be. Don't ever make them pick you over anything else. Okay, well, let's pretend drugs, gambling, cheating, etc. aren't an issue. Let them have their friends, hobbies, etc. It doesn't have to be all about you or always involve you. Support them in public. Argue in private. Realize the romance spark will fade, but it is replaced with something better. Keep your relationship off social media. Separate vacations are great. Been together 13 years since high school. Married for 1 now. Never wanted to get married because I was always afraid it would change something. It has only rekindled our love for each other even more. It was truly the best day of my life. Lots of ups and downs and a lot of growth to get to this point, but if you can get through it, man. It's really amazing to look back at how we've gone from literally dumb kids at 17 to 30-year-olds with a home and careers. We do anything and everything we want together, and I'm excited every day about the future. We also don't have kids. Maybe that's the secret? We'll update in 5 years. Even younger. We met in middle school. Next month, we'll have 40 years married. It doesn't seem that long at all. And we don't feel old. We're just us. Separate TVs, toilets, and closets are all necessary. We aren't jealous. I think that takes care of a lot of problems. We grew up together. and are interested in enough things together that we have lots to talk about. Our opposites match up well into strengths as a couple. We know when to let things slide, and when to complain. Marriage isn't 50-50, it's more 80-20ths, but it slides back and forth who is giving, and who is getting. We do go to bed mad. I've planned his funeral in my head many times waiting to fall asleep. I'm sure he's dreamed of shoving me in a chipper shredder. But we talk it out. We're a team this year. Of course there's a base of compatibility that helps. Similar outlooks on politics, religion, finances, etc. Of those, I think finances may be the most important. Trying to handle money differently seems like an untenable challenge. We have had completely merged finances from day one. I think that's very helpful, but also probably easier for younger couples than older couples. After that, a few things come to mind, and it's different things at different times. When we were young, married at 20, married, and both occasional hotheads, pure stubbornness kept us together through the fits of rational anger, our pointless bickering that happens from time to time. Stubbornness in that neither of us wanted to divorce and have that failure marking us. Now we're 10+ years on, have kids, and it's common goals that keep things smooth. We both thrive on having peace and support between ourselves. We both want to raise kids who become happy and healthy adults, who hopefully take care of us when the time comes. Also, we have each put considerable effort into improving ourselves individually over the years. Separate from our relationship, seeing your partner strive to be better and accomplish it fosters a respect that makes you want to do the same. And, from a utilitarian perspective, it's fairly straightforward to see that maximizing your partner's mental physical health is good for yourself long-term. So short-term selflessness starts to come more naturally as time goes on. At least, that's how it works in my head. I personally think my wife may be part angel, so sussing out her inner motives is trickier. That got long-winded, but I hope it's helpful. She was my best friend before she was my girlfriend. We've always been able to talk to each other for hours at a time, and that's still a regular occurrence. We have similar interests and views, without being too similar and crowding each other. We also just kind of happen to be exactly what each other needs in a partner. She helps to keep me grounded and organized. I'm an excellent problem solver under pressure. In short, patience, communication, and a simply ridiculous amount of luck to have stumbled blindly into the perfect person. Married my high school sweetheart a month after turning 17 and he was 19. We'll be married for 23 years on the 26th. We have 3 amazing kids, 22M, 17M, and 14F. We have been through hell and back together. We have loved each other and we have hated each other. And I can honestly say that I have never loved him more than I do now. We are friends and lovers. We love spending time together and have developed such an amazing relationship. We have taken a childless vacation once a year for the past 10 years and that has helped us reconnect and just really enjoy each other. So our secret is quality time together and a lot of forgiveness. Without the forgiveness we would have never made it. Good communication. You can't expect your partner to be a mind reader. You have to actually say what you want or don't want. Give your partner the benefit of the doubt. Sometimes, what we say doesn't come out right. It happens to all of us. If you believe your partner's intent was good, it can help figure out what was actually meant. Also, it is the two of you against a problem, not the two of you against each other. Figure out you can work together to make things better or make sure a problem doesn't happen again. Don't let resentment build. If you have a problem, talk about it. Also, don't bring back past arguments into the present if it has nothing to do with the issue at hand. If it is a pattern of behavior that is different. My husband is genuinely my best friend. We have literally been together half my life, the better half of my life. We have survived things that tear most couples apart because we support each other. We have been together 17 years, 11 married, and I still get butterflies when he kisses me. He is an amazing husband and father to our kids. I couldn't ask for someone who understands me better. Relationships take work. People make mistakes. Life isn't perfect. Learning how to work together makes you stronger than you could ever be apart.